I'm LJ and this is Blogsprout, and today I'm going to go through an update after 3 months of my passion project I started. So this is an all video focused project that I was starting with YouTube and Instagram. And it was really just something I wanted to do. It was something that's fun to me. And I'm really hoping it goes somewhere, but I promised I would share you some updates. So here we go. So here's the passion project update. So approximately I started it mid-March and now I'm reporting in mid-June. So this is what I have. Oh, I keep doing that. So YouTube. The first video was published in March and I published 9 videos in March. But just in March. After March, I wasn't seeing much traction and the effort that I was putting in was more than the reward, and I wanted to kind of build up a little more knowledge of what type of content I wanted to create and get a little bit more of a following before I put out videos. So I was doing that primarily through shorts. So I had 53 different shorts posted on YouTube. So if we go into the YouTube stats for the shorts, as I mentioned, the videos virtually had no views, no watch hours. I mean, I think one of them maybe had like 40 views or something, but nothing, super significant. But if we look over these last few months, we can see there's almost 50,000 views. It basically reached 125,000 feeds. We had 1.1 thousand likes and 150 subscribers. These are just on YouTube. So if we look at Instagram, that's also where I spend most of my time. I pretty much make Instagram Reels and cross-post those on YouTube. So Instagram, I've had 104 posts since that date. 80 of them have been Reels and 20 of them have been photos. I basically am trying to stick to one a day. I'm trying not to go too much, but I'm trying not to do too little. And, I'm not a social media expert, so this is very new to me. So I'm just here to show you what I've been doing. So these stats, take them for what they are. But I've gotten 250 followers. This is all organic. Like, I am not telling my friends about this. None of these are from family. This is just straight from using hashtags and showing up in Reels and things like that. So I don't think 250 is all that bad for 3 months in. Some people will say I got 10,000 followers in a week. I just don't have that platform. So, I just hope to kind of slowly grow. I don't think this is something I'm going to give up. So I'm just going to stick with the long haul. But I've reached over 34,000 accounts, 51,000 impressions, and engaged 1.6 thousand accounts. So I wish those engagements became followers, but that's okay. So the Reels is where I get most of my interactions. So I have 3.5 thousand interactions from Reels. This is 115 shares, basically 3,000 likes, 68 comments, and 83 saves. I was actually pretty impressed to see the 83 saves because I know I don't save anything on Instagram. So having 80 of them posted and 83 saves, I think that's really, really interesting. Something I should potentially think about. Most of my Reels either have some type of call to action like follow or subscribe, but also go to my shop. So I have been reselling and selling products. At this point, I've only had 8 orders over the last 3 months. It's been just over $300 of gross revenue. Definitely have not made a profit at all on this. I'm building inventory and rapport. I've spent at least twice that, but the value of my inventory is higher than that. I just have to play the longer game because these things don't sell out super fast. The other thing that I need to take into account is the state of the economy. It's not the best right now, and this is more a premium and sort of a luxury product. Like, it's not a necessity. So people aren't if they don't have the money, they're not going to be spending it on this thing. So I might have to wait this out a little bit longer. But I've found some great deals to buy things to put me in position to resell. Sometimes that takes extra time because the value needs to increase. And sometimes, these things just aren't sold very frequently. But I think this might be one of the main routes that I will be going in monetization. I'll be using my YouTube and my Instagram to send people to this shop. But it's definitely a lot of work. Compared to my main site that I just earn money from people coming to and I basically do nothing, it's a lot harder to manage inventory, and, put orders together, make sure, have a whole customer service. On one of these orders, I had my inventory wrong, so I had to partially refund them, and then I gave them free shipping because I wanted to have good customer service and things like that. So it's definitely harder. And, in terms of return on investment, I think it's going to be less, at least at the beginning. It's going to take a lot longer for me to build up orders, only having 8 orders. If anyone comes like, oh, this is a really new store, and I don't want to buy from them. And, I'm trying to get feedback, but not everybody's leaving feedback, even though I think I've done a great job. So it's really is a struggle. But at the same time, like, I'm doing this because I think it's fun. I'm doing it because I enjoy it and I'm helping it to kind of fund my hobby. And, one of the benefits of, being in this position where I am reselling is that, I can use some of the things that I'm buying that I review or I feature in, on my different sites. I can potentially use those as, tax write-offs because they're being used to push the business. And then if I end up reselling them in the future, it's listed as an expense. So that's the update I have on this passion project. I know it's not much, but that's probably the big reason I've been so quiet on here. Is I've just been so focused on getting this inventory, organizing it, listing it, working on the social media. It's been a lot and it's been stressful. It's fun at the same time though. It's a hobby project, so I'm enjoying it while I do it. It's not, it's very different than the blogging world. And I did mention for the site I was going to make a blog. I do have a few posts on there, and right now it's sitting. They're review posts. I just don't know if that's the route I'm gonna go. I just don't think the traffic is high enough to bring in, enough money. So I am going to kind of build up a following first and then potentially send people to my site to look for newsletters or, get discounts to my store and things like that. So I think those plays are down the line. Right now, I'm just trying to build a following on Instagram, get my inventory built up, so that as I make more sales and get more followers, they have more things to buy in my store. So wish me luck in this endeavor. It's a lot of work. It's taking up a lot of space and a lot of time. But I am enjoying it. So I do recommend trying to find something you enjoy, but it is a lot more challenging if you're doing things completely on your own to make a good, income by going this route. I think it takes longer typically for more people. Fortunately, I'm not making products, I'm just reselling products. But I do know the returns are really good. Of those $300, it was probably at least a 40% margin, maybe or so on those, of profit. So on the product to revenue ratio, is really beneficial, but the amount of work that goes into it to get there is harder. So I know the amount of effort I put in, my hourly pay is not going to be great. But if I, take this as something I enjoy and something I want to do, then, I just learn along the way and, be along for the journey. And if I make a few bucks to fund my hobby, then I'll be happy. So I'll keep you posted with how this goes. I probably will do something like this every 3 months or so, just because it doesn't really warrant enough for monthly updates, I don't think. But we will see. If I see something really big happen, I'll definitely share it with you guys. So let me know if this is of interest. If you have any other questions about, what I'm trying to accomplish here or how I'm doing it, please leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear if you guys have any experience doing something like this, because this is very new to me. So otherwise, I guess I'll see you in the next video. This is Vlog Sprout, and I'm LJ. Bye, guys.